I'm sure you have heard all about the Scandinavian hairline, and you might be wondering what exactly is that? Personally, in my own opinion, I think it's a modern day twist on a money piece, or really kind of breaking the base. Typically, when you do highlights on your hair, you can get it pretty close to the scalp, but you're always gonna have a slight line of your natural hair color. So this Scandinavian hairline little trick gets rid of that base of your natural color without having to use your foils. It doesn't really damage your hair. You do it at the shampoo bowl. And so I love this little trick just to keep those pieces by your face super bright and blonde so it looks like it has grown out of your head. Now, let's figure out how exactly we do this. Again, like I said, typically you do this after you've done highlights. As you can see, I've highlighted my hair. I'm gonna rinse it and I'll come back and I'll show you exactly how to do this on your own hair. Let's do it. My foils have been pulled and you can see my highlights are there. But if you look really close to my hairline, you can still see a good amount of dark and kind of where those foils started and stopped. Again, around my hairline, you can see again those same foil lines. And this is why the Scandinavian hairline trick is so amazing. You're gonna see a lot of videos out there where the hairstylist is taking a very thin, small, tiny section and they're pulling that hair forward over the top of their client's head, face, forehead. And personally, I do not love this technique of taking that hair and painting it on someone's forehead because bleach is very drying. It can cause sores, you can get really red. And to be real, if you're coming in to the salon and say maybe you have to go back to work, it's gonna remove all of that makeup on your forehead. The way I like to do it is still doing those super thin sections, holding the hair up in taut and just painting it up and off of the face. You're not going to do super thick sections all the way around the hair, but this is going to make it so you're not getting that bleach on your scalp and causing any irritation. Since we're only doing the hairline, you don't need a whole lot of bleach. This is just my typical powder that I always use. Again, I will link everything down below if you want to use any of these products. And I'm going to use 20 volume. You only want to do this on your hair and get roughly between 2 to 3 levels of lift. Again, I am pretty dark naturally, so I don't want to lift this into my like super platinum blondes. I just want to shift and kind of bump that base color up so you're not seeing that line as harsh as you would with just removing the foils. So let's get to mixing. You do want it a tiny bit of a thicker consistency because you want to make sure it's not moving or slipping or too runny, so you have a lot more control. All right, that looks pretty good. It's a lot thicker than what I typically do. And let's get to applying. So I'm gonna start on this right side, and you want to stay fairly clean because you do not want to get any of this bleach on any of kind of pieces that you don't want to, or overlapping too much for those blonde highlights that I already put on there. If you overlap, you're gonna create a lot of breakage on the hair. So it's nice to do this wet because you are able to kind of pick out those pieces and slick back the ones that you don't want to get bleach on. The hair around your face is very fine and kind of fragile, and so you want to be super careful and kind of soft-handed whenever you do this. Get a little bit of bleach on my brush, and we're just going to hold that hair up straight off my scalp and just try not to get it on your scalp, but just barely paint it on that surface of your hair. You can pull it forward, not laying it on the face, and kind of get that underneath section. And I will say I do like to kind of take a comb just to make sure we kind of get that leftover stuff up off of that section. So just like that. Now we're gonna go back just a tiny bit more on this section right here because my hairline is pretty thin. So I wanna make sure I'm getting enough so when I pull my hair back, it looks very seamless. Again, you kind of want to move fairly quickly because you don't want the bleach to sit on there super long because we're only lifting those 2 levels. So I know I'm going to get questions. Can someone with super dark hair do this? Say you're sitting at a level 5. Is this something you can do on your hair? I would say if you have not super light highlights and you're doing kind of more, say, caramel, you could probably do it on your hair. The issue is when you use bleach and you don't lift kind of past that orange, kind of warm tone, you're gonna have golden or coppery kind of roots. So typically, I would prefer doing more of a break the base on someone who has super dark hair, and then you're able to use more of a permanent color that is ashy, and so you can control that warmth on the hair. Again, like I said, you're not lifting super high or you're not doing a ton. So if you have lighter, kind of caramely highlights, you could probably get away with it. You're just gonna have to probably tone it because no one wants to walk around with hot roots. And then I want you to tell me in the comments down below if you've ever tried this on your own hair or if you've had your stylist do this to you. And I will tell you, I have not toned my hair yet. So typically you would pull these highlights out or the foils out, then you would do the Scandinavian at the shampoo bowl, or you can do it like what I'm doing right now. And then you would tone everything all together after the hairline has processed. And this is a little bit different than breaking the base because you don't take it all the way through your hair. You're just doing those front line pieces, which is why it's pretty similar to a money piece. And you can kind of go through, check your work, make sure it's all the way as close as you can get it to the scalp. I'm gonna take just a tiny bit more on this little sideburn section. There we go. Then you can take your towel and clean up any bleach you don't want resting on your hairline. Now we just kind of sit and process and just watch it. All right, I'll be back after I rinse and I tone, and I'll show you how seamless and beautiful this looks when you pull your hair back. Well, our highlights are all done and the Scandinavian hairline trick. You guys ready to see? Okay, so as you can see, that line of demarcation that was right around my hairline, you just can't really see where those foils were. We'll go around on this side. You just don't have that super dark line all the way around my hair. It has a very seamless blend, so when I pull my hair back into a ponytail, it's a little less harsh, it doesn't stand out as much, and it'll grow out a lot nicer. Now let's talk about a few tips and tricks that I talked a little bit about in this video and a little extra that you may want to know before you do it on your hair. So again, you only want 2 to 3 levels of lift. You don't want to lift super white, blonde, unless you are very light and blonde. And tip number 2, if you have very dark hair and you're sitting anywhere between that 1 and maybe even 5 level, you may want to use permanent color as kind of your break the base so you can control that super warm undertone using more of an ashy tone. Tip 3, pull it up and away from your face. That way you can get super close without touching your skin and you're not going to create any sores, damaging, or redness around your hairline. Tip number 4, make sure that you are not overlapping on your bleach. If you overlap on your bleach, you're gonna create a lot of breakage and damage, and those hairs around your face are very fine. Sometimes they don't grow nearly as quickly as the rest of your hair, so you want to baby them. Now, tip number, what are we at, 5? Make sure you are rinsing out your hairline really well after you do this Scandinavian hairline lift bump tip money piece, the new modern money piece. Because if you leave any bleach on there, it's just gonna continue to process. So make sure you are rinsing and shampooing all that bleach off of your scalp and your hairline. Now, tip number 6, make sure you tone after everything. Again, I highlighted my hair, rinsed that out, had wet hair, applied the Scandinavian Hairline, kind of bleach pieces around, let that process, shampooed all of that bleach out, then I toned my hair. So make sure you're doing that toner after everything so you have a very cohesive color and it looks great all together. Again, I hope you guys liked this video. As always, if you ended up enjoying this, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any questions, don't forget, you can ask those in the comment box below. Constantly, I am in my comments and replying and making sure your questions are answered. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.